This much. If that's all you're here to see is how much money 3D Printland made in the last year, roughly, that's the number. But if you actually want to see my Etsy dashboard, what I can get out of TikTok, my Shopify, and maybe some other streams of income, then stick around. I'll break it down, show what worked for me, mistakes that I've made, everything I've gone through the last year, and whether it's actually worth doing. But this is the amount if you just wanted a number. I'm not going to make you wait for it. There are people who just skip to it anyway. But if you actually want to stick around for everything else, then let's go through it. Okay, here's my Etsy dashboard. If you're new here, then I run a 3D printer business. We call it 3D Printland. We sell physical products online. We sell them in a number of stores. I'm going to be showing you my stats for Etsy, TikTok, Shopify, SeekMake, Amazon, and eBay, and maybe a little bit more. Obviously, we make a little bit of money from YouTube and other places. But we're going to be showing you everything. So you see a bunch of people say, I made, £8,000 this month on Etsy from 3D printing. But they don't show you what the fees are. And I can't break down all of my fees. If I don't break down like all of my filament costs, my electric costs, not in like one big chart anyway. Obviously, I've got an accountant that comes out at the end. But if you do want a separate video on that, on what it actually costs to run a 3D printing business, then let me know and I may break that down as well. I run this in multiple rooms of my own house. I also have a full-time job on top of this, so this isn't my full-time job. It could be close-ish, but not quite yet. I still put a lot of money back into the business, well, the majority of the money back into the business. So let's break it down. So last year because now is the 4th of January, had 36,000 visits, 1,952 orders, a 5.4 conversion rate, and we'll compare it to the previous years as well. And I made £17,842.42 in revenue. Nowhere near the amount that I've taken, which is what a lot of people don't think. So Etsy their fees are insane. We'll get into all of that. So my visits increased 47% this year, which is done pretty okay. Obviously, towards the end of the year is when it really does take off. And my orders went up 11%, which honestly is pretty good. It wasn't looking great. As you can see, the previous year in October, I had 164 orders in 2024, but then this October I only had 94 orders. But that doesn't always mean money, I was selling stuff for cheaper the year before because stuff was cheaper the year before. Everything has gone up. The cost of printers, electric, maintenance, filament, everything has gone up. So unfortunately, so do our prices. But in the end, whilst we did better in 2024, we'll get to it now, my conversion rate did dip, only slightly. And I think that was just because I used to put fewer ads out in 2024 on Etsy. I didn't pay as much into advertisement. We'll have a look at that as well. But I don't really care. The conversion rate, 5.4, is actually really good. If you look at it like other people are getting like 1.5, 2%. It just depends on the amount of visits you get or the amount of people who see your product actually buying it. 5.4, more than happy with. If that never improved, that's okay with me. Revenue-wise, it actually went up 33%. It was a bit touch and go towards the end. So actually, in where it matters, we got more per month in 2024. I just think people were spending more. I spent less on Christmas this year. I know other people who did too. Financial crisis in the UK, financial crisis across the world. That's just the way it is. But then let's scroll down to some stats. So item favorites, 4,513. We can't compare that to any of the previous years. These are still in beta. Maybe we'll get to see that at some point in Etsy. Item favorites mean nothing. Favorited 97% of your products. 1,907 offers were emailed. If I open this now. So my offer for your fave, I keep it default. If that's what gets people to buy, then that's what gets people to buy. They were probably going to buy anyway, whatever. They get 15% off. We've got enough margin to get that. So 2,979 emails were sent. 67 we used. It didn't make any difference, basically. Item favorites, cool to see. Notifications were turned off years ago. 67 shop follows. I do think that's good. I don't actually use Etsy that much myself to buy products. Every now and again, but not too much. I've now got 159 followers overall. I think they get an email if I upload a product, but because our products are so varied, it doesn't really matter. For the people in like the clothing and jewelry niche, maybe. But for our our business. Doesn't really do too much. And reviews, 370, 4.8 stars overall. We've had some rough ones this year. People are a lot harder on a lot of our reviews, but 4.8, we're still keeping it well. We do best. We lose if we have to. If someone, item breaks, zero question. Refunds, do you want a partial refund and I'll replace the item? Do you want to just replace the item? Keep the item. If I've sent you the wrong thing or a broke, keep it, don't send it back. If you just decide you don't want it and it's fully functional and, it's one of our big yarn balls that takes a long time to print, then we will bring that back. Then yeah, we will get the customers to send it back. Just, we'll pay both ways. We don't actually have to in our policies. They pay for the return if that's what they want. But if it is defective, then we'll do right by them. Repeat buyers, 44. That's what I mean. It's just 3D printing unless you're doing like a really niche product or something that people need to keep buying or buy more of, which we don't really. We don't get many repeat buyers. 870 thank you offers were emailed out, but if I go here, I bet they weren't used. 28. But I think people are just using discount code generators that just use thank you. Thank you is default Etsy one. 1,275 cities reached. That's pretty cool. Again, we have nothing to compare that to. And 397 abandoned baskets. It's not a fun stat to look at, really. Those baskets added up to £3,795 and 260 offers we emailed out to nudge them to check out. Did they check out? They did. Actually, the abandoned basket come back, but again, we maybe should change the codes. Maybe that's what we'll do this year, is we'll change the code. So this time next year, let me write that down. There we go, I've noted that down. We'll change the default code so we can actually see, because obviously that's a huge number, £6,000. I just don't think so. I'm getting these people, like, they're using comeback all the time. It's a default Etsy code. Don't think it makes a difference. We're going to spend a bit of time on Etsy because it actually shows more stats than a lot of the other platforms that we sell on. So I just think it's probably the most interesting one. So Etsy brought in 80% of the visits themselves. So just going by the Etsy app or just going on the Etsy pages, then, it was 40% up this year. Amazing. But you can see they're bringing in the vast majority of the views. Direct and other traffic, so I brought in 20%, so that would be from my social medias, maybe from my descriptions here. We do put a lot of Facebook or just Meta advertisements out in general, and Pinterest as well. Pinterest does really well for us. Maybe we'll show those stats. But I'm only bringing in 20% of the traffic. Don't know whether that's normal. Don't really speak to anyone else who sells on Etsy. We try-ish. The reason we're on Etsy is because they have a lot of traffic in general. And if we're going to point anyone anywhere, we're probably going to point them towards our site and maybe anyone else, any other platform that has lower fees. That's a good deal for us. Social media. So if we do link, I guess people have found us. It's down 50% last year because we have stopped linking to our Etsy directly because we would rather people trust our website and use that. But to be honest, people are more likely to go through Etsy than some website they've never heard of. It's something worth testing, maybe. And then Etsy ads. We'll open the ads. We'll have a look at the ads. That brought in 2,520 views, 86% up last year. You'll see why, because we spent disgusting money. So you do save on fees if you give people your Etsy link directly. We hardly ever do it. So 151 people have clicked on it. That's probably from we own 3dpl.me, which is just like our version of Linktree, but we just built our own because we don't have to pay anything. And maybe people have just clicked our Etsy shop from there. That would go into our direct Etsy link. That's just in the bios of all of our social medias. So we'll see. Once you reach a certain amount in Etsy, when I think it's like £10,000 in a year or $10,000 in a year, you automatically get enrolled into offsite ads. So I think the fees are higher, but then you're advertised in places outside of Etsy itself, but on like the Google Shopping and other places. Yeah, it's $10,000, says right there. So offsite ads brought me in £2,070 and 8 pence in sales. I paid £248 for those advertising, which is really good. We got the margins for that. Happy to do that. Wouldn't have taken myself off that if I could have tried. I'm just going to show you my top 5 here. I was thinking about it, like, do I show people what I'm selling? I mean, you can try and compete. I would definitely, and I'm going to speak about that at the end, go towards more of a niche. Definitely don't broaden yourself as much, because I think having these people coming back, building up your own brand. I'm called 3D Printland, so I just do 3D printed stuff. Knowing what I know now, I'll give you the one that I would have done. I think I would have done just black and white desk accessories. I always think about it. I think that is just what I would have gone into. Just black filament, white filament. We do like 17, 18, 19 colors, something stupid like that, even more in some cases. I wish I wouldn't have done that. I'm kind of stuck to it now. We're going to make some changes this year, but it's a bit of a nightmare. So Highland Cow jewelry ring dish, that's what it looks like. That's what it is. That's what we sell, and that's what sells. 5,386 of them from 735 orders. Elephant ring dish. We got this pixel style lantern that we sell. We do pay the license for it. People see this stuff and say we don't pay. We pay the license for anything that needs a license to sell. I promise you, we pay stupid money on licenses. We should be making our own stuff. There's some stuff we license. And then cat ring dish. It sells well for us. If you want to go ahead and copy that, go ahead. I mean, we've been selling for years, so if you think you can do it better, then that's our problem. You could have done your research on that anyway. And then these Dice Tower Tavern mugs, somewhat custom, that we sell. We like them. They're a pain in the ass to make though. 24 hours to make 4 of them, and just on one printer. So the margins aren't great on those, but that is what we sell. And that is Etsy. Actually, let's look at the ads. I just realized I didn't actually break down the Etsy costs. So all last year, January 25 to 2027, my net profit after everything was 13,000 out of my 26,000 in sales. Then I did £2,000 in ads, £3,488 in fees, paid £7,662 just in delivery. So you can see it's all gross. Like, Etsy fees alone are disgusting. Delivery, disgusting. It's gone up. Everything has gone up. That's the price. I just want to make sure I didn't miss this. So here's our Etsy stats from the 1st of January last year to the 1st of January the end of December last year, 2025. So we spent 2,000. Can we compare to last year? No, they don't do that. So we spent $2,327. I couldn't tell you how much I spent the year before. I know I have turned it up quite a bit though. And our revenue was $4,166.46. So it got us 189 orders. We can't compare them. You can just see like how it scales, but we scale them up over Christmas. So our spend, November, $476, and then $500 in December. I think we were doing $25 a day, but my overall return on ad spend, so how much we get back per dollar we put in. So if we put $1 in and got $1 back, that's a 1.0 ad spend. That is you're losing money because it costs to make the product. 1.79 overall, it's okay. We did a lot of experimenting. It didn't always work, and we'll get into that now. So let's go on our highest return on ad spend, which was our office sign. We've got yarn balls here. They do okay. Etsy ads, no idea. Some people would say they work, some people would say they didn't. Let's go on to TikTok Shop. So this is TikTok. We can only do from the 7th of July to the 31st of December. They don't allow the year. TikTok's dashboard could be doing a lot better. So TikTok is hard because you have a score. If people don't trust the sellers on TikTok Shop, it's so hard to stay on that platform. It's so hard to do well on the platform. One bad review, because people don't review that much on TikTok. One bad review could send you into like a 3% bad review rate. And TikTok will see that as everything you sell must be awful. We are not going to show your products to anyone else. To stay doing well on TikTok is tough. And we'll show that here. So GMV, which is something merchandise value. So everything we'd sold, revenue, basically. It's revenue. Total amount paid for orders during the selected period. So this is how much everybody paid for the orders. My revenue, which I get, this excludes returns and refunds and stuff like that. So it was £250-ish that we had in refunds, which sounds about right. People are constantly sending stuff back on TikTok Shop, and most of the time they just get to keep it, and I don't have any say in it. Whatever. So we made just under $5,000 in revenue-ish, 4.5. 441 items sold, 425 SKU orders, and 408 orders. So people are ordering more than one item per order. Refunds, £43. No idea what the GMV means then. Average daily customers, 2.3 over the year, or over the 6 months. So we do okay, like in August. Then it dropped down. We don't really push TikToks. We don't post many videos, and you'll see that down below now. But then in Christmas, it does okay. We don't go live, never been live on TikTok, and God willing, they want you to. I get nagged constantly to go live on TikTok. Maybe a big, great revenue source. It's just not our thing. We don't rank by GMV, top 3 videos. We don't make many videos trying to advertise our products. I mean, we put them out. We don't just put out like 30 a day like you should be on TikTok. Then products, we just don't make that much money. We try TikTok ads every now and again just to boost the video that we want people to see. But overall, that is as far as TikTok's tools go. 0% affiliate creators. We don't send anything to anyone for affiliate. We would. We just haven't. We've tried a couple of times. Just hasn't worked out well for us. Maybe it's something to explore in the future. And then we do TikTok promotions, so they'll shipping fee discount and product discounts and vouchers and stuff like that. Every now and again, we'll get in them. I think TikTok could be good. We don't play TikTok how TikTok wants to be played. Maybe we'll look into it. Actually, this is only for the last 7 days, so who knows how much we actually made on any sort of videos over the year. No idea. So you can just go into the last 28 days. I don't know. TikTok, give me how I did for the last year. Just make it easier. I don't know why it's not. I don't care enough to deep dive into this. I don't care. And this is our website then. So 3dprint.land. This is how much we made. So gross sales value, £774.54. Total sales was 962, but after you take away 0 taxes, because we don't pay tax. I'm kidding, we have an accountant, we go through everything. Net sales, discounts, stuff like that. Our gross sales were £774.54. That is 38 orders throughout the year, 39 orders fulfilled. No idea what that means. Total sales per channel, all of them came from our online store. I don't know what the test one means. Don't know what collabs. We do get the collabs thing, we just don't do it. We've had no good ones. And then through the shop ad itself, never had anything through it. Average order value, £19.10. That's mainly because it's international, I think. Most of them tend to be like £34, but then £20 is, shipping. So our website does okay. We don't do enough with it for sure. We try to build it. We don't send out spammy emails that much, maybe like 3 or 4 a year. We'll look to it. Sessions by location, Singapore love us, United States, and China, even though they're not the people who order from us the most. Sessions by social referrer, so we got Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I will show you our Pinterest, because our Pinterest does numbers. I think they do send a lot of people our way. Not sure where they're going, but it's like 500,000 people a month or something. So yeah, these will just be from when we do Facebook campaigns and advertisements. Now, this is kind of our website. This is SeekMake. So when you go onto 3dprintland, you can upload your own model, which is what a lot of people come to us for. And then they'll upload it, they'll get a quote, we'll ship it out to them. But it's all through this platform, even though it looks like it's on our website. So we made £488.85. This does okay, it's fairly consistent throughout the year. The idea of this for us isn't to make disgusting money. It's because others are making disgusting money. 3D printing is cheap. We want people to get the parts that they want cheap and quick and easy. We don't want to charge them. Like, we'll say someone uploads a part and we're charging them £12. That's because other people are quoting them like £60. Sure, they've got bills to pay too. Let's not lie to people and pretend that 3D printing is expensive. We know it's not. I still make money. My margins are really good. Better than most other business margins by far, by double, by triple in a lot of cases. 3D printing is cheap. Let's let the people know that. Let's make it a technology that people want to use. And then Amazon. We did try Amazon this year. We had made one sale. I don't really like Amazon. I had no idea how to use the dashboard. If you don't log in every 4 minutes, they cancel your account and it's a pain to get it back. To get something on there, you've got to register for a new category and get yourself into that one. no idea how people do Amazon. We ship from ourselves as well because we don't want to pay like fees for Amazon to hold it, because there'll be fees if they hold it, fees if they don't, fees if someone sneezes near it. Amazon, it can be like a 40% fee is what I've seen. I don't know. We're going to be exploring Amazon just a little bit more, but we're not that into it. We have 5 products on there, and actually it's only 3 and a couple of variations. So that is it. That is actually, there's one more, sorry, eBay. eBay this year, we made £1,944.68. It's actually up 20% to the previous period. So that was from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. Net sales, net of selling goods, is £872.33. Selling costs, that'll be shipping mainly and all the fees. Average sale price per item is £22.10. That was up 40%. So our eBay does okay. It's worth keeping around. We use a website that once I upload something to Shopify, is easy to distribute it to other platforms. So we just tested eBay. $2,000 a year is reason enough to keep it there. We keep it open. It does all right. So this is our Pinterest. In the last 90 days, we've had, and it's actually down, 1.37 million impressions, 56,000 engagement, and a lot of saves. So if you're not doing Pinterest, I don't know what you're doing. If you did it right, I'm assuming this could be the way to actually make some money. They do want you to pay for advertising. We've done some advertising on Pinterest, only chucked I think 100 quid in at some point. It did okay. I think Pinterest could be a very good source if I knew how to use the site. Should probably book a meeting like they keep asking me to every couple of weeks. So that's that. Whilst that isn't everything. So we do sell stuff in person. We'll take custom commissions and send people bank transfers. We do shows. We have a lot of in-person stuff where we'll sit with somebody, design a product, make a product. So, I don't want to brag, but there's thousands and thousands more on top of that as well. I know how much money my accountant sees I make each year. But that is from the platforms in which you have access to, right? Not the people down the road or the business near me. I kind of did this for me. It's kind of scary being this vulnerable. People don't often show how much money they actually make with the good, the bad. They've tried to show you all the fees. Say we made 30-odd thousand this year. God, 30-odd thousand went back in. Do you know what I mean? We're not taking a lot of money. There's a reason I still have my day job, but I'm still building this up. We have enough money to buy a new 3D printer. Yeah, we have enough money to keep the lights on, to pay for the electric, buy all the filament, do the fun projects, buy the printers we want and all the equipment that we need, and make it all look nice and be comfortable. We're building it. We're not looking to get rich quick. We're looking to get rich slow and steady and know exactly how much is coming in. So if I can make this video this year and see how it compares to next year and what I did differently, and if that helps any of you, especially those of you who've probably just got a 3D printer this Christmas, there's money to be made. These people don't want you to know their secret sauce. You can go on Etsy. You can see what sells well. Try and find your own niche. That is my advice. Try and find some. Do not call yourself 3D printing anything. Do tell customers items are 3D printed. Do not skip on that part. Don't sell anything like Marvel masks. Try and design your own products, but if you have to license in the beginning, so be it. Learn yourself a 3D modeling program like Fusion, Nomad, depends on what you're going to be using. Blender, free, loads of tutorials out there. I don't know how to use it though. Try and get into more of a niche. I know there's the drones, I know there's the Nerfs, I know there's the desk accessories, but try and stand out in some sort of way. That would be my advice. We sell too many variations of too many products, and that is one of our problems for sure. It's going to prevent us from people actually knowing our name, coming back to us, checking out what else we sell. We do have some niches, but not as much as I wish I would have in the beginning. I started in 2020 3D printing, so I've been doing it 5 years. Could have changed by now, but it's growing. It's growing slowly and steadily. You've seen all the stats. It's going okay. You don't want to get rich quick. You want to get rich slow, and if this helps anybody, then so be it. If you want to help us grow rich steadily, we have a Patreon down in the description. If you want to have a look at that, we do offer some exclusive models, videos early, ad-free, just little updates on what we're doing as well. If you just want to support the channel, it is just me. We're not a big company. Me and my house. I'd love to be able to do this full time. If you want to help that, links in the description. All the links for everything else are in my description. We bought a Prusa XL recently. That'll be the next video. If that's enough to get you to stay, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.